Barrow County Schools has grown so much. 24th largest school system in Georgia, 17 schools, 3 programs, 15,000 students preparing to, be in your doorway. What leadership will you use to help guide this large machine of Barrow County Schools coming this school year?
We intend to do this together. So we're going to engage other government agencies. We're going to engage community members. Everybody has a role. Everything matters, and everybody has something that they're passionate about. So it's all important. And what we're going to do as professional educators is build a roadmap to reach those goals that our community sets forth.
What is something that you really want parents to know this upcoming school year?
All of our staff is here to serve them, to serve their children, and serve our community. But I think the most important thing is probably
Welcome to Plugged In, a City of Winder podcast. I'm Katie Strickland, your host. This is a new way to broadcast all of the good news going on in the City of Opportunity. This month, we have a lot going on with projects and progress, and it's back to school, so more on that in just a second. But first off, let's talk about projects. We had our water treatment plant expansion project break ground back in February, and if you've driven down Highway 53 at Rockwell Church, you have seen the excavation and the dirt mounds and all of the progress going on with that project. As of July of 2024, that project is on schedule to complete in the spring of 2026. This project is the one that will bring our drinking water facilities capacity from 6.2 million gallons a day to 9.2 million gallons a day, which means there'll be plenty of clean drinking water for years to come for our Winder customers. And looking back in earlier July, we celebrated Winder. We had food trucks and fireworks and community, and it was a big party in Jug Tavern Park. So thank you to everyone who came out and celebrated our 131st anniversary as a city. And if you want to learn more about our upcoming events, those are all on our website at www.cityofwinder.com/events. Now, let's dive into the conversation with the new school superintendent for Barrow County Schools. So, Dr. LeDuff, welcome to Plugged In, our podcast. You are our first guest, and we're just so grateful that you took time out today to come and talk to us and espouse all the good things that are going on at Barrow County School System. So, first of all, welcome. And how is it going? Is it just 100 miles an hour right now?
Well, thank you for having me today. I'm excited to be here and appreciate the opportunity to engage with the community. It has been very busy at Barrow County Schools. We're getting our buildings ready to receive students and teachers. Hopefully our teachers have been resting, but several of them have been attending professional learning and things like that. And we've also been onboarding new staff and getting them trained up in the Barrow County way.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that, everybody is on board, welcoming you, and that, the school year is just, I feel like it's like a machine. Once you hit the pavement that first week, it keeps going and going and going, and you have these kind of breaks, like you are looking to Thanksgiving break and then Christmas break. So maybe that first few months, what is something that you're looking forward to the most this first, semester with BCSS?
Sure. So first and foremost, looking forward to welcoming our kids and our teachers back. I'm excited about that. And really getting to meet everybody and getting to know our staff a little bit better. But the thing I'm looking forward the most to this year is honestly just listening and learning from our staff, learning about what the passion lies around Barrow County and why folks are so passionate about our schools and what we can do to get better. I think we're always going to be looking forward and seeing what we can do next to improve. And I'm excited about hearing from staff and our community on that.
Yeah, you learn better and you do better, right? Maya
That's
Angelou,
right.
you learn
That's
better
right.
and then you do better. So that's a big thing in education, that continuous improvement.
Yes,
and speaking of continuous improvement, you have a journey of just your tenure is pretty impressive. You're a PhD. You have a lot of background with special education and coaching. And you've been doing this 20 years. So do you think that your expertise and the tools that you have brought with special education, do you think that that's somewhat your competitive advantage in this role?
I certainly think it's helpful. I've been very fortunate to have a lot of different opportunities in education and see a lot of different things and work for some phenomenal leaders and with some phenomenal colleagues. But I think, the challenge that we all embrace is just to meet every student where they're at, regardless of what their needs are, and help them to find their passion and build on their knowledge and skills so that one day they can leave us and pursue that passion independently.
Yeah, because I mean, Barrow is boldly committed to student success, right? And
yes, ma'am.
the city of Winder, there are 3 of your Barrow County schools located inside the city of Winder city limits. So I guess we're really in each other's lanes, right?
Sure.
So we
Sure.
are partners in education, and that has been very rewarding for the city. So I guess maybe tell me, how are some of the what are some of the ways that organizations in the city and in the county can really engage? What's the best way for them to engage with Barrow County schools?
Sure. So we have a phenomenal communications department. So some of the really hands-on ways is our website. Certainly our social media. Follow us on that. We have board meetings twice a month that we welcome the public to come to and hear more about the school system. But I think the most important thing is probably just what you said, is that whole idea of engagement. So for the community to really think about, what is my part? How can I engage in the school system? Because at the end of the day, it is our school system as a community. And one thing that we're going to continue to do at the school system is reach out to the community to get guidance and seek out the things that our community desires from its schools, and some things that it will require from its schools, and really just try to understand better what does our community want, and we're going to try to exceed those expectations.
So since you started, you've been on the job a couple of months. Tell me, what has been maybe your most challenging thing, and then maybe your most enjoyable experience, the thing that you've really loved, and maybe something that you haven't loved so much that you can share.
Well, I don't know that there's anything that I really haven't loved as much, but I'll speak to, in terms of challenges, the biggest challenge right now is just time. I want to talk to so many people, and I want to learn as much as I can each day. So that usually leads to the day being scheduled out by the minute, a lot of times. But in terms of things that I've absolutely loved, I've had a chance to spend a lot of time with our Board of Education. I've gotten a chance to meet with every one of our school leaders, our principals, and several community members so far. And what I can tell you is Barrow County Schools is in very good hands in our community. There is a lot of passion around education and around helping students. And the other thing is just the level of talent within our organization, within our school system, has really been eye-opening, and really like a breath of fresh air to see how talented everyone around me is going to be in our schools. And every time I meet somebody new, I'm like, wow, that is such an incredible educator. So it's like I just can't wait to meet the next one.
I have experience with being the partner in education, also serving on the student governance committee with Winder Elementary, and my experience with the school system has always been extremely positive, especially the schools inside our city limits. So real quick, just you've got 17 schools, 3 programs, you've got 15,000 students preparing to be in your doorway, 24th largest school system in Georgia. Mm-hmm. Barrow County Schools has grown so much. Tell me, what maybe in your toolbox do you have words of wisdom, or what leadership will you use to help guide this large machine of Barrow County Schools coming this school year?
Sure. So one thing that I strongly believe in is collaboration, and what I will say in terms of what you can expect from us in Barrow County Schools is we intend to do this together. So we're going to engage other government agencies. We're going to engage community members, and anybody that we can that's a part of our community that wants to be a part of what we're doing in our schools, and help guide us on what they feel like is important in our schools. And what we're going to do as professional educators is build a roadmap to reach those goals that our community sets forth. So
you spent time in the classroom, and then you've spent time in administration. Sometimes the who and the do and all of that kind of get confused. Do you miss your time as an educator? Do you miss your time in the classroom, or do you still make time to be in those classrooms to really be hands-on with students?
I certainly get out to as many classrooms as I can. So that's a part of, what I tell staff is that's one of my strategies for filling my bucket. Sometimes when you're sitting behind a desk, things can get a little heavy. So one of my strategies is to get out there and remind myself of why we're here and why we do what we do. But I'll say I have loved every job that I've had in education, and it really gave me a chance to see that everybody has a role, everything matters, and everybody has something that they're passionate about. So it's all important, and we've just got to figure out how to make sure it all fits together so we can have a very well-rounded experience for our students.
What is something that you really want parents to know this upcoming school year? Like, we've got to have your help, and it can be as granular as we really need your help with car rider line at all the schools, or we really need you to be patient with us as we do school bus, mornings, or whatever it is. What is something that you really would say we need the most help from parents this year with this?
I think it's probably going to be a little less granular, but I think what I would love for all of our parents to understand is all of our staff is here to serve them, to serve their children, and serve our community. So we want to be approachable. We want them to reach out to us with any issue, no matter how big or small. We want to help them and guide them in terms of our expertise, and really partner with them to create the best experience for their child.
All right. Well, I am so grateful for your time today. I know you said that your schedule's like minute by minute, and I've been in touch with that as well. So we really just thank you for being a part of our inaugural podcast. And also, was there anything else that you'd like to share? Anything that is important to mention while we have you?
I will just say that our communication staff is going to do a really good job of promoting the events that we're hosting as a school system. So come on out and watch a football game or a concert or a play. We would love to have our community really come out and support our kids in the environments that they thrive in. So other than that, I'd just like to say thank you for having me. I've enjoyed the conversation.
Very good. Thank you, Dr. LeDuff. We really appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching Plugged In, the City of Winder's new podcast. We really appreciate your time listening and learning alongside us about all the great things going on in the City of Winder. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and also share it with a friend so that you can become Winder insiders, learning first about all the things going on with public safety, special events, and the exciting news coming out of the City of Opportunity.